If I could only communicate with her, I would explain to her the importance of this meager reminder. It might help her understand my position as far as taking a bride is concerned. But Mother will never know about that. About Lisa. Lovely Lisa. And how I was drawn to her like a moth to a flame. Like a bee to a flower. Like a fly to a trash can. But even Lisa held only false hope for me. Even though all the ingredients seemed to be there. The surf, the sand, a typical South Sea excursion like any of hundreds others that Transylvania Tour Line sponsors each year. Except on this one, there is Lisa. You're even lovelier in the moonlight.
Oh, Count, but you've only seen me in the moonlight. Why don't you come down to the beach and play volleyball with us tomorrow?
It's not for me.
You sound just like my first husband.
First husband?
Willard. He didn't like the beach either, but he agreed to take me to the islands for a honeymoon because I love them so.
And?
And he was lying on the beach. It was the first day of our honeymoon when he was hit by the tidal wave. Tidal wave? Oh, poor Willard. They said it was extremely localized. There were people all around him, and he was the only one washed out to sea. I suppose when your time comes, your time comes.
I suppose so. But let's talk about you. And about us.
Yes. I love your suit.
Well, thank you. I bought it tonight at the gift shop.
Well, then that does it. You simply must come to the beach tomorrow.
Let's compromise. Bring a bucket of sand and come to my room tomorrow.
You're a very tempting man.
I must be honest with you, Lisa. You move something in me. I know myself these feelings are very real.
Well, I'm flattered.
Don't be flattered. Be mine.
Oh, Count!
I want you with me, Lisa.
Count, what are you saying?
I know that we are of two different worlds. Myself, the Carpathians, and you, Schenectady. But we could make it work between us, Lisa.
But we hardly know each other.
But we know enough. We know that we are drawn to each other irresistibly. We know that we thrill to each other's touch. And we know that we both detest country and Western music.
Oh, Count!
Have I said something to hurt you?
It's just that country and Western makes me think of my second husband.
Second husband?
Mortimer, he always loved that kind of music.
Well, to each his own. I didn't mean any harm.
Neither did I, when I talked him into exercising instead of watching hee-haw all the time. Because of me, Mortimer took up golf.
I don't see the problem.
Neither did he, when he was hit by a bolt of lightning on the 13th green, wound up a tiny cinder on Pebble Beach! Oh.
I can see I brought up the wrong subject again.
Oh, I don't mean to burden you with my sad stories.
Don't be silly. I want to know all about you. And about any other husbands of yours who have met violent ends.
Well, it is true you have a certain effect on me, Count Dracula.
How pleased I am to hear it.
You have a way about you. A dark charm.
I have already confessed my feelings for you.
Could it really be? Is it possible for us to know happiness together?
We can. We will. Oh, Lisa, you're the only woman capable of making my world complete.
Oh, Count!
To live without you would be torture.
Oh! Torture!
What is it?
My third husband!
He was tortured?
And killed in the Amazon on our honeymoon!
My poor darling, you've had such bad luck with husbands.
And they've had such bad luck with me! What if I'm a jinx?
Never say that, my love. Never! That kind of thinking can poison your life.
Oh, Count!
Don't tell me. Your fourth husband.
Leo!
Poisoned.
I didn't know the mayonnaise would spoil so quickly.
It will be all right. It will be all right.
I really have a jinx, aren't I?
No, of course you're not. It's okay. Calm down. It's all right. Just relax. It's okay. Look out!
Dracula! That coconut could have killed you. How bizarre.
Especially since this is a banana tree?
Well, I think I feel the start of a hurricane. Let's hurry before we get soaked, or worse.
You go on ahead. I'll be along. Some might say a tree like that nearly killed me. I take an opposite view. It may well have saved my life. Without that near miss from above, I may have chosen to ignore the dangers in a union with the lovely but lethal Lisa. Naturally, I regret the incomplete resolution of yet another promising relationship. However, considering that Lisa's previous husbands were drowned, electrocuted, tortured, and poisoned, I can only look back on our time together as well spent, comparatively speaking. You may be asking yourself how a gentleman of my obvious refinement can connect so consistently with dead ends, romantically speaking. I too have often pondered this question, but for all of my consideration, I cannot arrive at an answer. Perhaps it is one of life's mysteries, like the pyramids of Egypt, or the swallows of Capistrano, or the light rail of Jerusalem. Whatever the answer to this riddle, I remain a bachelor. Granted, a handsome, urbane, witty bachelor, but a bachelor nonetheless. Sometimes I think it is preferable my solitary status. I do not relish shopping for a new double coffin, for instance. However, I admit, I find myself somewhat intrigued at the prospect of a blood test. But for all of my rational thinking on this subject, I will admit to you that in my heart of hearts, I am susceptible to a great flood of emotions, that on occasion, I have been eager to wed. That once or twice, there have been women who made me gaga.